Junkie Nation, what's going on? Gorgeous George and Goes always deliver. We got the PFL 2024 regular season and playoff champion Dakota Ditcheva gets it done. Women's flyweight division. How you doing, champ?
I was good until I saw your United shirt.
You agreed to do the interview with the Junkie Boys. You know how we roll. And sorry to say, early prediction, it ain't gonna go good for you this weekend.
We'll see. We'll see.
I saw that vision board. You called it something else, but I think you mentioned in your post that you already had plans, right, to go to that rivalry game in Manchester. For the folks that don't know, Manchester City, Manchester United, same city. So you're going? Is that in fact done? And you're bringing the belt?
Yeah, I'll be taking the belt back to Manchester, and I'll be at the Etihad when we have the Manchester derby against United.
Okay. And so what happens? Do you walk out on the field beforehand and in front of the crowd, or is this behind the scenes stuff? Do you know?
No, it's like pitch side. So before the match, they have like a little interview stand at the side of the pitch while the team are warming up, and they normally have me there on the big screen for like the fans to watch who are in the stadium and stuff. And then they have me like in the tunnel club, which is like the comfy seats and the sit down meal and everything. They normally do like a little interview and stuff like that. So yeah, they normally host me there.
Will tea be had, or are you more of a pints girl now that the season's over?
Oh no, I'm more of a water girl.
Oh, okay.
I'm more of a water. You'll always see me carrying a water bottle around. Yeah, I'm just a water girl. I don't really drink, and I don't have English tea either.
All right, way to sound healthy while I'm sitting here overweight. So the water, huh? All right, I got you. No, listen, you deserve everything that's coming to you. What a destructive force you've been in 2024, and then to do that to Tyler Santos, she's no joke. She showed up in shape. I followed her career for a while. She showed up with a mental focus, in shape, ready to go. It's not like you can even say, "Oh, I caught her on a bad night." Like, she was strong, lean, wiry. Look, like the times that she had you had to use all of your strength and techniques to prevent the takedown and even initiate the takedown. How proud of you are you of that win over an established star like her?
Yeah, no, she's an amazing fighter. And again, like I said beforehand, before I fought her, she was someone that I watched in the UFC. You know, I was really impressed by her. She's someone that I've watched fight and thought, wow, she's good, you know. So I knew who I was up against. And it was a really exciting matchup for me. It was obviously a big moment for me to fight somebody like Santos. And I feel like I went into it with the right mindset. Unlike her, I feel like she underestimated me a lot, for sure. She just thought I was a Barbie. I don't think she took me serious at all. But yeah, it's a massive win for me. I feel like I've gained quite a lot of respect from people now, which is nice. You know, I'm not asking people to be like singing and dancing, but people are definitely taking me serious now as a fighter, which is nice to see.
I was singing and dancing because rankings is my thing. And when I watched the fights on Friday, I told Goes, I go, she might be the best flyweight in the world. She might be the best female fighter on the world. Like I know what I'm seeing here. And then I had to calm down a little bit because there's some great fighters out there, honestly. And I would love to see all these, different matchups. I'm not kidding, Dakota. I was even going to the Cyborgs and Nunez's of the game, not just flyweights, but because it's just how you make it look so easy. I mean, do you kind of in your head envision before a fight, I want to throw as many different techniques out there just to catch the fighter off guard or to make it more fun? Because you had body shots, you had that teep kick to the face, Anderson Silva style. You know what I'm saying? You had regular leg kicks, you had punches, you had upward elbows, swing, downward elbows. I couldn't keep up, and I'm sure Santos was like, "Man, I'm three techniques behind on my team."
Thank you. I appreciate you saying that. Yeah, I mean, I train everything. I work so hard. People always like speak highly of my striking, but I still have so much more improving to do on striking. So it's not something that I kind of brush off. And people say you need to make sure your wrestling and your jiu-jitsu is like up to scratch. I'm working that as well, but don't forget, like, I still work my striking all the time. There's always stuff to improve on with striking. So I think that's maybe where everything comes from, is like I'm constantly getting back in camp, especially this year, being in camp all year. The improvement that I made in all areas was crazy. And that takes a lot for me to say that, because I don't often compliment myself, but I really feel like I improved so much this year, and it was probably just from repetition, constantly working different things, maybe fighting different styles and being able to change my game plan a little bit. That probably helped me progress a little bit and try different stuff. But yeah, I think because I changed stances as well, I use a lot of different shots because I throw from both sides.
I have to kind of fist bump what George said. That elbow you threw that didn't land, but had it landed, I think she would have landed in the third row. That was pretty impressive. So I'm excited that you get to throw those. I do want to ask you, so moving forward, I know you're very goal oriented. From the first time we've talked to you, you've always talked about your goals
Yeah.
and what you want to do. Those probably change a little bit now that you've accomplished so much. What are the new goals? And in a perfect world, how would all that play out for you?
Yeah, I mean, my new goals now for PFL, I'm not sure if they put me in another season again, another tournament, then that's going to be where my head goes, and I'll be back on track with I've got to win this tournament, and I'll be with that. But I feel like you've got to give me something that's going to mentally like push me. I don't want to be fighting the same people. Realistically, I don't feel like that would be a good thing for me to do. It's got to be like someone better, a bigger challenge. I was joking with my brother and we were like, oh, maybe we'll have to do like a Shark Tank on the night and be like, you have to fight twice in one night now or something. So I don't know, something's got to challenge me. But my main other goal, I would say, would be to come back to Manchester. I really, really, really want a Manchester card. And I feel like Brendan didn't win his world title again, but the only thing that would bring him back would be a Manchester card. So to do that now is probably the best time, 2025. So that's kind of going to be top of my list.
You brought up earlier about the respect factor, right? And a lot of people have gone your way with that. But one thing that I've kind of heard a little bit is, when we were talking about the season and maybe the differences in PFL this year, there's no Kayla Harrison. And I heard a lot of people say you filled that void. But then I kind of argued with it a little bit and thought you kind of carved out your own niche, right? Like, can you maybe talk a little bit about the pressures outside of just you winning, but representing the PFL, being the face of the PFL, women's MMA? You've kind of held a lot this year.
Yeah, I definitely have held a lot. I think you could have loads of other things too. I think it's been yeah, it drives me though. It really drives me, and I tend to deal with it really well. I don't know whether that's because I have a really supportive family and like maybe my mom who's been through similar things, to kind of help me through it. But it has been tough, coming from the Europe season and winning that. It was like straight away everyone was like, is she good enough to go into the global season? And then when I won my first fight, it was like, or the second fight, it was like, is she good enough to beat Jenna? What's her ground game? Like, there's always a new little bit of pressure. Like, if it's not my ground game, it's the media. If it's not the media, it's like there's all sorts. But honestly, I enjoy that, and I just have to really like be grateful for the fact that I get these opportunities to be, I get the opportunity to have this pressure. Is kind of what I'm trying to say. Some fighters dream of fighting this much and having this pressure, and they don't. They get to fight once a year. I fought 4 times this year. I've had my face everywhere. I've really grown as a person, as a fighter. My name, Dakota, has grown massive. So I just have to be really grateful with it and just kind of take each pressure as it comes.
We got 1 minute left, so I want to do some rapid fire. Okay. Was I out of line last week? Can you beat Cyborg if you were the fighter, even though she's 2 weight classes above and all that? Like, do you see that as like, oh yeah, I can take her, or are there weight classes for a reason?
Oh, that's a good question. That's a really good question.
That's what we do here.
Definitely weight classes for a reason, because I mean, if you put me and Kayla Harrison next to each other, look how strong she looks compared to me. She's only 1 weight class above, and Cyborg's the next weight class. So definitely weight classes for a reason. But I think pound for pound, I've got a bit of confidence.
Nice. Nunes, sure. Shevchenko, what? Head nods. Nunes, yes, no. What do you think? You got something for her?
Nunes, I'll give it a good go. I'm not scared of anyone, but it'd be a tough one. Jeez.
What about Shevchenko?
Shevchenko, she's my weight, right?
Mm-hmm.
I reckon I'd do another Santos job on her. I'm really joking. She's honestly, pound for pound, she's like
she's
my
outstanding.
top. Like, she's been around for so long. She's completed all the rubies on her belt. Like, she's the one fighter I feel like deserves a lot of respect. 100%.
Yeah, all of you do. You guys are awesome. You guys really stole the card the other day.
Every fighter that gets in there deserves respect, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but what you've done is pretty special in 2024. We got to leave it there because I know you got a lot of responsibilities. It's nice catching up with you. Enjoy the game. Enjoy everything that's coming to you. We look forward to 2025. Can't wait to see what's next.
Thank you, and thank you for the support this year. It means a lot. Thank you.